Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Wine, and welcome back to art class. This week, I'm going to be showing you how to create colors inspired by the skies in the book, The Wish Tree. So for this week, we want to take a look at the colors that you see in the sky, the beautiful light colors like the pinks and the periwinkles, which is sort of a light blue violet. And we also want to think about skies that you have seen in your past, whether those skies have been bright, fiery reds and oranges, which are warm colors, red, orange, yellow, or skies that have more blue, maybe at sunrise or sunset, that would be more blue and violet, which are cool colors with a little bit of pinks and reds. And this week, we're going to be talking about how we can use watercolor paints to create some of our own colors. So for your supplies, you will need watercolor paints, water, a napkin or a paper towel, a brush with soft bristles, a pencil to take notes, and the paper you want to paint on. So once you have gathered these supplies, we're ready to get started. So remember, you should always wash your brush, check it on the napkin to make sure it's clean, and then I can just start with a few areas of color. Maybe I want to see what it's going to look like if I mix red and violet together. So I can take my brush, I can paint a small area of red. It's also a good idea to take notes so that I can remember the colors I used. It's kind of like doing a math problem in art class. So I'm going to do red plus violet. And then I want to see what that looks like when I'm finished. So if I know I'm going to add the red to the violet, I also want to add a little bit of red over here. Then, remember, I can't just take my brush with the red and put it in the violet, because I'll ruin my paint set. So I need to take Mr. Bristles, stir him in the water cup, gently wipe him on the side, no tap, tap, tapping, and then I check him on my napkin to make sure that it's clean. I see that it's clean, so I know now I'm ready to get the violet. So I get a little bit of water, I put some water in my violet, and I can just put the violet here. So I see what the red looks like by itself, and I see what the violet looks like by itself. Then I get another tiny drip of water, a little bit more violet, and now I can mix that red and violet together to see what they look like when they are blended together. Then I want to just keep experimenting this week. So I rinse my brush, I give him a nap on the napkin, and now I want to think about what else I could try. If I look back to my photograph of the sky, I see some blues and violets blended together. So maybe I could try blending blue and violet. So again, I'm going to write it down so I can remember what I'm doing. Blue is what I'm starting with. So I'm going to take my brush, get some water, get a little bit of blue. Then I'm going to put the blue on my paper. I need to write down what I'm mixing it with. So blue plus, I'm going to be adding violet. And then I'm going to take my brush, get a little bit of blue, and I'm going to put it over here past my equal sign. So blue plus violet, and then we'll see what we get. Remember, my brush has blue, so now I need to rinse my brush, gently wipe it on the edge of the cup, check it on my napkin to make sure it's clean. Now I'm going to get water and a little bit of violet. Oh my goodness, look how dark that is. If it's dark, remember I want to get a little more water and just quickly use the water to spread that around. And now I can get just a tiny bit more violet, maybe a drop more water. And I'm gonna mix the blue and the violet together to see what those colors look like. So that's all you need to do this week. You can take your paper and you can try out your own color combinations, see what the colors look like when you mix them together. Don't forget to take some notes so that you can remember what colors you used to find the color combinations that you like. I hope you have a wonderful week. I can't wait to see the colors that you create, because in art class, we always want to keep on creating.